All right, we're doing tryouts. We're back in high school. The team is looking for the best players. We already have the best defense. You know who I'm talking about. It's the Herods. The Herods are looking for the best offense to complement them in their journey to dominance. I've been trying out different types of offenses to go well with the Herods. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best one. And so right now I'm looking at offenses that have these cannot be negated characters that will trigger my overtaken. So the idea is I can activate this card on my turn, attack with a card like the Magi, who it says cannot be negated in them. That will trigger overtaken, and this effect will last until the next artifact activation phase that I take. So it's like a whole turn of defense while this effect is strong. So we're definitely prioritizing any type of offense that can attack with characters with negated in them. So this deck is playing a lot. They have the Magi, it has Mary, it has Gabriel, it has Zechariah. And it has ways to get these characters out earlier. Nativity cards have been impressing me as I've been playing against them because of this card, Bethlehem Stable. This protects hands, decks, and reserves from opponent. If your Nativity hero is harmed or defeated by an opponent, you may reserve it instead, and each upkeep you can take a good Nativity card from your reserve. So not only is this a storehouse effect where it protects your hand, every turn you're getting back resources. You can get good enhancements, you can get heroes, and it's protecting your heroes. This card does it all. What doesn't this card do? So the idea that this deck is trying to do is trying to power out this card on turn 1 with a Resurrection. You can play this good Gospel Fortress from the deck and Empty Tomb Hero. So the two Empty Tomb Heroes we have is John and Resurrection Revealer. We don't really have any purple or clay cards, so John's just kind of supporting here. This card is best when banded into battle and is doing that toss ability. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. Gabriel can band to him. And we have so many other cards that can band to Gabriel, like the Magi, and even Simeon can band. The theme of this offense is having hand advantage, or sorry, opponent having hand advantage. So that means this offense likes to function with less cards in their hand than the opponent. Our defense already does that well. It's playing a lot of evil characters, so we're not just stuck with a bunch of evil enhancements in our hand, clogging up our hand. We can just play our evil characters down, and then we're probably going to be having hand advantage. I'm not going to do an entire deck tech video of this deck yet. I'm still kind of building the deck, still trying to figure out what works, but just wanted to give you guys, before I hop into the gameplay, some ideas about what this deck is and what it's trying to do. And the gameplay you're about to watch, the deck list has changed slightly between what you're seeing here and what I'm actually playing in the game. So I apologize for any little discrepancies like that. I've been tweaking this deck, trying to figure out what the best version of it is. This is kind of where it's at now. I might try to test out that Star of Bethlehem soon. But anyways, let's get into the game. Temple Vale, get some good information on turn 1. We run the die roll, so Mary Holy Virgin, solid. Get our best card in the deck early. Lost Child Found, this could be a battle winner, or get rid of enhancements. Got the Gabriel. This guy can do a lot of things. Basically, you get the guaranteed negate evil card, and then you have a bunch of different options. You can take a silver gospel card from deck or discard pile. That's one of the options. You can ban to a gospel hero. That's another option. Or you can reserve an evil card for opponent's deck. That's the third option. So pretty strong, especially if we can attack with him multiple times early on in the game. I don't know how opponent can stop us. A nice little card to have on offense or defense. And Herod's card coming in. This can get us a Herod from our deck. And this card's also good on turn 1 too. And the World's our oyster with the Crowd's Choice. It looks like they have a Lost Soul out here. It's a Velocity Lost Soul. All right, let's do my star ability on the... Yep, star ability going off here. We get to take a look at their deck and get some information about what they're doing. There's Matthew. Okay. I saw Moses in there. A lot of mana. Great defense. Interesting. Okay, Authority of Christ, Entrapping Pharisees. I'm not going to put all these cards up there on the screen because we're just flying by them. But, okay, what's the... Let's see. Put the Aimless Lost Soul in play. And then he's going to do his Scattered Sheep star ability. Underdeck a hero from each hand. So he gets to see my hand, see what's going on. Let's see what he takes here. Okay, Mary Holy Virgin is going down. Makes sense, I guess. Mary had two good enhancements to back up with. And then I get to see his hand. He put a Moses Servant's the servant on the bottom of his deck. I knew typically if decks are playing the aimless Lost Soul, they'll want to be grabbing Moses with it, but when I searched his deck, I noticed he didn't have Moses in his deck, which means it was in his hand. So that's why I decided to grab aimless. And my guess was correct here. So opponent basically has a useless Lost Soul in play. And I guess they underdecked Moses because they already got another way to get him. So, all right, I activate Temple Veil. Oh, Temple Veil, that requires to have a Gospel Human. So don't activate it while you have Gabriel, or else that's not going to do anything. So for this Nativity deck, you can actually do Temple Veil, where you can bounce opponent's Gospel Heroes to try to get them have more cards in their hand. So that's like a cool play you can do with this deck. Just keep bouncing their hero every turn. All right, I just went Crouch Choice, and I grabbed the Resurrection, and I want to play the Resurrection after I search with my Gabriel. I'm going to be discarding evil card from their deck, or reserving it. I forget exactly what I do. And I took out their Three Woes. So dominant down. Gabriel can just go ahead and take dominance, which is crazy. And I'm grabbing John for my deck with the Resurrection as well as Stables. So super strong turn one play. Now I have a giant banding attack, tossing the next. And I have Bethlehem Stable ready to start grabbing me Nativity cards every turn. Okay, Herdsman block. Did I use a draw ability this turn? Oh, John drew 2 cards. Okay. So actually John did draw 2 cards, but I wasn't able to reveal a dominant from my hand. So I didn't get the ability to toss the next enhancement. So I do have another Empty Tomb hero. Maybe I should have got this one. Negates opponent's neutral cards. If attacking, I can exchange this card with Empty Tomb human or take a good gospel dominant from deck. Well, that was good enough to get the job done. But I didn't know this character was an Empty Tomb hero, so remember you can grab this hero off the Resurrection. And this card's often just like a good turn 1 attack, just to take that good dominant from deck. So maybe I could have gone Gabriel, banded to Resurrection Revealer. Wait, actually, let me read something. The Resurrection only allows to band to New Testament human heroes, so I couldn't have banded to the Resurrection Revealer if I got him. Okay. It's opponent's turn. Let's let opponent do some cooking. All right, Patmos, I assume, is getting... You got John the Fisherman. Okay. Wilderness of Sinai coming down. Get Moses out of the deck. Now I'm looking through my deck and trying to figure out what the best block is. I put Herod Agrippa down, so I have the option to do Herodes' daughter to go exchange to him if I want. All right, John the Fisherman is attacking. He's drawing 2 cards. Is he going to reveal a dominant from his hand to toss anything? Doesn't look like it. All right, Herod's guard's getting swapped out with a Herod from the deck, which is going to be Herod the Great. Herod the Great can get a Herod's Temple from my deck, put it into play, and we're going to do that. Let's see, do I want to start tossing anything? Or do I want to switch out any of the heroes in battle? Okay, Angel of the Lord is going to take care of Herod, and they're going to protect their John to live another day. It was just a rescue attempt, so I don't have to surrender any lost souls. But if I did have a lost soul, they would have got the victory there. Yeah, I'm not sure who I should have gotten there. Getting Herod the Great on turn 1 is pretty good. But if I had suspected maybe they had Angel of the Lord, or if I had attacked and seen in their hand that they had Angel of the Lord, maybe Herod Archelaus was the better block there. But at least I have my Herod's Temple out. And since it was just a just a battle challenge, I wanted just to try and deploy as many resources as possible. All right, so Magnifying Multitude, I got this from my reserve from my Bethlehem Stable. I'm trying to get the number of cards in my hand down so that his negate ability is stronger. So that's why I'm playing out all my characters to my territory. Some of them are protected by Herod's Temple, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm just kind of embracing some of the risk with this deck strategy. I have to put my characters out in territory in order to get my hand size down. It's going to leave them exposed, but it's going to turn on some powerful things on the offense side. Now I'm trying to figure out what the most powerful attack is here. Maybe it's the Magi banded to Magnifying Multitude. I have 2 battle winners and draw 2 and then negate. Okay, Gabriel's coming. Let's see what he does. Oh yeah, I can go Gabriel, negate a card, then ban Magi, then ban Multitude. Great. Okay, drew Son of God and drew Flight into Egypt. So that's a really good star ability. Too bad I didn't draw this during my turn to trigger that star ability, which would have protected good nativity cards from harm till end of turn. This is what the Magi does. They can ban nativity heroes, or if opponent has hand advantage, you can take a star card from your deck. Pretty good. This card's cool. It can get Star Bethlehem. I don't think I'm playing it in this particular version of the deck, but all right, Deceiver coming in for a block. He can look through his reserve this turn. What's he going to get? Nicodemus. This card cannot be negated. If blocking alone, you may draw 2 cards. Cards and New Testament Great. Enhancements used by this character cannot be negated. Okay, pretty strong. So if he has a battle winner here, my 2 battle winners, or 3 battle winners, I guess, and it's not going to be enough. So let's see what the opponent has. All right, I want to rescue the Lost Soul that he just put into play. This will undo the draw and underdeck ability. He drew a Lost Soul that was like grumbled, I think. So that I get to just undo what he's trying to do there. Put that useless card back in his hand. And this also tries to get my hand size down. All right, let's see what else opponent can do here. They're going some Tenants Kill the Sun. Okay, that's kind of scary. Okay, they're going to ban to my Herod Agrippa. And they're going to negate a card here. Don't know which card they're negating. Probably my stables, maybe? I don't know. And Tenants of Killing the Sun is going to discard a hero. Okay. Maybe they should have killed my Magi there because they know I have 2 white enhancements in my deck. Or in my hand, I'm sorry. Okay, so what are my options here? I think it's my initiative for sure. Okay, wait a second. I think they're still deciding on what they're going to kill with their card there. Okay, yeah, they are killing that. And I'm going to use the Bethlehem Stable to put that card on my reserve. Okay, so the reason they killed him is they wanted to undo the draw 2. Oh, okay, I gotcha. All right, now it's my initiative. Well, I have a bunch of ways I can do this. Let's do Lost Child Found, and maybe I can hold the Remand Repercussion for defense. So this is going to interrupt that protection of the Herod, and is going to bounce some boys. Okay, self-destruction. They interrupt the battle, discard good cards in battle. But since Nicodemus, his cannot be negated stuff only works for New Testament Great enhancements, self-destruction is Old Testament. So that's going to make it vulnerable to a reprimand. So I'm going to negate that, and then I'm going to withdraw their characters. So good job. Good job, everybody. I do have only 2 cards in hand, and I don't have any Lost Souls in play, so that's good. Wait. Okay, they drew Lost Child Found, but luckily my deck is protected by Bethlehem Stable. So I guess they just have to play a Lost Soul from their deck. All right, what am I going to do here? They did put a Prosperity Lost Soul. I could try to Second Coming, get my Son of God back, then negate and rescue their Lost Soul to try and set them back even more. They'd have to put the card they drew back. Let's see. Okay. I wonder if opponent's even going to attack here. They could just open himself up to an outsider's block, because I think they have board advantage. I could block with outsiders and just start drawing cards or underdecking stuff. They have 10 cards in their hand. They played Daenerys, which means they're probably going to draw some more cards here. Wonder if they have any ways to get a Lost Soul out of my deck, though. All right, opponent just passed their turn, and now it's my turn. I drew this card, so I get to trigger star ability now, and then I can activate my Overtaken and start triggering some cannot be negated stuff. So let's go Banning Chain with Gabriel into John, reveal Second Coming, draw 2 cards. So I think maybe I should have done the Magi banded to Gabriel, who then bans to John. So I think attacking with the Magi is a mistake here, but we'll see. All right, they're going for Solve Tarsus here, but luckily I have an answer to him. So they're going to go grab Unsuccessful from their reserve and threaten to end the battle if they get initiative. But before they get initiative, I'm going to play Three Woes, which will negate Saul's ability, and he has to put the card back. And this is going to put him in a pretty desperate spot. All right, Philosophy will be tossed at John. So John goes down by 2, I think. And Mask of Pride, interrupt the battle. You may draw 3 cards. Okay, I guess he just wants to draw some cards to get some sort of answer to what I'm doing. Murder's Command, okay. Somebody in the territory is getting hit here. And he's going to add an Egyptian to battle. Opponent only has 14 cards left in his deck. Grabbing a Malachite Slave. And apparently he doesn't have any evil humans left in his deck. So this card isn't going to do much here on defense. Okay, they're rescuing Lost Soul here. I'm going to use my second coming to get back a Son of God. The battle's over. And so is the game. So yeah, that felt pretty easy. I think because of the soul drought that my opponent experienced, I didn't even draw any Lost Souls that game. And I just had all the offensive tools I needed. So a really fast game. Didn't even get to see what the deck could do that much. But yeah, Nativity feels strong. Let's do some more games with it, and we'll get back to this deck and see it in action some more.